Thank you, Mayor Fisher. Justice for Breonna Taylor. And if there ain't gonna be no justice, there ain't gonna be no peace. A settlement is restitution, but it's not arresting the cops. And we wanna say today that the police officers responsible for killing Breonna Taylor must be arrested in order for the community to feel calm. We understand that this is an acknowledgement, and a great acknowledgement, of the wrongdoing that has happened. And it is important that our community understands what happened here today is very significant. It is significant because, again, there is an acknowledgement of Breonna Taylor's life and the fact that those officers in this city murdered her. Breonna Taylor has shifted the atmosphere. She shifted it not just here in Kentucky, but across the country. The ban on no-knock warrants was where we began in terms of great reform. And to know that Attorney Lanita Baker and Attorney Sam Aguiar continue to push for reform in this particular settlement is extremely important, and it cannot be denied. We must acknowledge it. The reforms are evidence that the city, unfortunately, its police department has been exposed for some corruption that exists within the department. The significance of this settlement is a small price to pay for our sister's life, a very small price to pay. They deserve all the money that we can muster up in the world just to help a little bit with the feeling of pain and turmoil that I know exists within this beautiful family. But let us not lose sight on the main focus, as Tamika Palmer has said. The officers, Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, John Mattingly, and Joshua James must be arrested. We cannot forget about Joshua James, the man who lied on a no-knock warrant application that sent police officers charging into the home of Breonna Taylor and Kenny Walker. We cannot forget about any of those officers. And if this police department is to do right by this community, if you know of other officers who were involved, they should be arrested and indicted immediately. Again, the restitution portion is one part, but arresting the officers is what will make this city do right by its citizens, and not just Breonna Taylor, but all the Breonna Taylors across this city who are afraid sitting in their homes, because to not have an indictment happen in this city is to say that no matter how much we pay, no matter how much reform we do, we rather pay, we rather cover it than to deal with the issue. And so I have to say to you, Mayor Fisher, we want to thank you for your leadership, but we want to say that if for any reason these officers are not indicted, that you must instruct your police department to fire every single one of them on the spot. That is called getting justice for Breonna Taylor. Thank you very much.
Okay, I don't know if I want to do a call-in today. But whoever want to call in and speak on this, hit my IG. Say, just go to the IG, go in my DMs and say, hey. Let's change the time of day in the background. Okay, so I have a couple of problems. I have all problems, just so we can be clear. Um, but I have to say this in the beginning of the video before we go any further. And that's basically, we won't be shooting in Bryant Park no more. Apparently, we have people going down to Bryant Park to harass me. I got some shit on video today. It's absolutely just bonkers at this point. So we have to go back to, I can't tell nobody where I'm filming at. I don't like this. I also don't want to go to jail, and I don't want to get in trouble for beating nobody up, and I also don't want to go out there and get jumped by nobody. And it seems like people are weirdos. But let's get on this Breonna Taylor. The first thing I want everybody to realize is, a couple of months ago, I spoke about this. A couple of months ago, I told y'all that they're not going to charge anybody with the actual death of Breonna Taylor. The reason why they don't want to charge anybody, I don't know if they don't want to, is what I'm saying. And the reason why they don't want to charge anybody with the actual death of Breonna Taylor, because this shit is bigger than the $12 million that they gave away. This shit is bigger. They had and I think at this point it's reasonable for us to say this thing that I'm about to say. I think at this point it's reasonable. Obviously, from somewhere up high, there was a word sent down. So there's people involved in this that they are big. That's how you get the city saying, we'll give you $12 million. But also, nobody's the fault. Nobody's to blame. It's our article on it. That's the officer right there that was charged. His name is Bert Hankerson. He's just one of the 3 officers involved in the murder of Breonna Taylor. But he was not directly charged with her death. Nobody has been charged with killing this beautiful young woman. And I'm not calling her beautiful because she's physically attractive. I'm saying beautiful because, for all intents and purposes, from what we've heard about her, has been nothing but positive. First of all, she's a first response worker. So she's actively putting her life on the line every day. And to think to be murdered inside of your own home. Chanel Lanice wrote the article. It goes on to say, Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron stated Wednesday afternoon that the evidence presented to the grand jury did not include that Taylor was hit by shots Hankerson fired. There's a couple of problems I have with this. All right, just so we can be clear. If she died from the gunfire somebody else, from bullets somebody else fired, I need to know why they're not being held accountable for her murder. I think that's a reasonable question. You're telling me that she's not, it wasn't the officer that you actually charged. I'm going to tell you what he was charged with in a second. But you're saying his gunfire isn't the gunfire that killed her. We know somebody's gun killed her. It wasn't her boyfriend's gun, and it wasn't his gun. So how are the other 2 police officers not being charged? No, they know that the we don't know what, we don't know if those officers were using police firearms that day. We don't know if they were using police firearms. First of all, just so we could be clear, they didn't say they were police. They didn't say open up police. They just went to the house and it was not a trap house. I'm kicking Carlos. Bang. I'm not even getting into that conversation. You're not gonna denigrate that. You're not gonna debase. You're not gonna degrade that young woman. Not gonna happen here. So peace, Carlos Rosa. Shout out to you. Hold on. We're gonna get. He was charged with. We're gonna get with what he was charged with in a minute. It's just, I don't even care what he was charged with. That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't care what he was charged with. Nobody has been charged with her actual death. That's a problem. He was charged with 3 counts of first-degree wanton endangerment. I'm going to explain. A police officer is not allowed to shoot at a target he can't see. So if you're behind a wall, a police officer is not allowed to shoot through the wall at you. If you're behind a curtain, a police officer is not allowed to shoot through the curtain at you. A police officer has to have eyes on his target. So he's literally in trouble because he's the one officer that decided to shoot before actually seeing the people he was shooting at. So the other rat bastards, they already knew who they were shooting at. He was the one. Do you understand this is retarded? They're trying to really feed us so much bullshit. So you mean we're not going to charge the police officers that actually saw the target and shot the wrong person, but you are going to charge the police officer that didn't see anything and just happened to just let off shots? He should be charged also. Let's not get this confused. Oh, I don't know if he's locked up or whatever. I don't know if he's out on bail or not. I don't care if he's out on bail. Because the problem is that, first of all, just so for everybody that might not know this, the warrant was obtained illegally, allegedly. Free Nuke says they can't find him. There's a warrant for his arrest as we speak. I don't know. I don't know if he's out on bail. I don't know if he got arrested. I don't know if he didn't get arrested. Both of you could be right as far as I know. Just right at different periods of time. I don't understand, and this is from some real shit I'm about to say. Could us Negroes stop living places where we know they don't like us? I mean, I get it. I get it. But could we stop living places we know they don't like us? Or if we're going to live there, we got to live there in mass. And we have to be unified. Like I'm saying, we have to live there in mass and we have to be unified. I tell you one thing, they damn sure don't like us in Kentucky. You need me to... They damn sure don't like us in Utah. I don't know how black people live places like Kentucky and Utah. Just keeping it a stat. They damn sure don't like us in Alabama. We can't stick to code. You want to know why black people can't stick to code? Because we have still got too many people with that slave mentality. First of all, I wouldn't even want to have a child. Let's stop. I wouldn't even want to have a child in a place like Kentucky. You want to know why? Because so many black babies die at the hands of white doctors. And yes, this is an actual statistic. So I would just prefer not to live certain places, but I've been in a big city most of my life. I've lived in Tennessee for a little while. I've lived in Georgia for a little while. I was in New Jersey for a little while. I was in Virginia for a little while. I was in Massachusetts for a little while. I lived a couple of different places, so I've been around. So I'm not just talking. Just so we can be clear. I wouldn't want to live in a state like that with the understanding of how many of our black babies get murdered in the hospitals before we even get to take them home. I would be scared of that. I would be scared of, like I told you, I lived a couple of different places. I went places where black people just accept racism. I'm going to say this again. I've lived places where black people just accept racism. Just accept it. You go somewhere, the white man come around, talk down to the black people, they accept it. The white people come around, treat them unfairly, they accept it. They don't even think there's nothing wrong with it. It's life. What up, Darren McKinnon? It's life. They don't even think nothing else. Yeah, Free Nuke, you're 100% missing the message. Racism and stereotypes exist everywhere on the planet, but that don't mean, you're right, Free Nuke, we should just go die. You're right, Free Nuke, you're 100% right. We shouldn't try to live, we should just go die, because racism exists everywhere, so we shouldn't try to do anything to prevent it. I mean, that's literally what your argument has to be saying, because I'm saying the opposite of that. So that's literally what your argument must be. Your argument, Free Nuke, must be, it's the way it is, so we should just live with it. Because I'm saying we shouldn't just live with it. No, that has to be what you're saying. Because I'm saying that has to be what you're saying. Because I'm saying stop going places where you're not wanted. And you're saying no, they shouldn't, right? You should stay going places where you're not wanted. You should stay going places where they're poisoning you. Right? Because they're poisoning a lot of people in these small towns with the water and everything else. So that has to be what you're saying. Thank you, Grandmaster Cash. That is what he's saying. He's saying that's not what he's saying, but that's what you're saying. I've been places where black people just accept racism. Just accept it. They don't even see it. Like, they don't think nothing of it. It's normal life. That's the problem with the Kentuckys of the world. That's the problem with the Alabamas of the world. You have so many black people living there that accept the racism. Okay, so where was the first... The Breonna Taylor case happened when? We didn't hear about Breonna Taylor because the people in that county was outraged. We heard about Breonna Taylor because something happened and we was trying to go for Breonna Taylor, but their own city didn't ride for her yet. Y'all do understand this, right? Y'all do understand this. Breonna Taylor didn't become a thing until after they killed. No, we was trying to make it a thing, but until after George Floyd passed away, that's when it became a thing. And before George Floyd died, the dude in I forget his name, Ahmaud Arbery. So she got killed, then the Ahmaud Arbery thing happened, and then the George Floyd thing happened. So I just want to be clear on this. Her own town didn't ride for her. You want to know why her town didn't ride for her? Because they accept the racism that they live in. Please stop waiting for white people. Please stop waiting for racist people. I'm not talking about white people. There are a ton of good people in every fucking nationality, religion, culture, ethnicity. Please stop waiting for people that don't like you to like you, or don't like you to treat you fairly. I'm telling you from personal experience. When somebody don't like you, I don't care, 40, 50 years, they're never going to treat you fairly. When somebody fears you, they're never going to treat you fairly. You got people waiting for the people that fear us and the people that don't like us and the racists to treat us fairly. It ain't gonna happen. If I could have been down in Kentucky, I would have been down in Kentucky. Okay? Somebody's saying I should have been down there. If I could have been down there, I would have been down there. Copy. Now we're at a point in history where usually one of our big voices gets assassinated. That's the next thing. The assassination. That's where we're at. Y'all do know this, right? We're at the point in history where we've fought, we've been on the right side. 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 This is the point in history where one of our loved ones, or one of the people that's out here fighting for us, gets assassinated. This is that point in history. This is usually when it happens. When change, just so I could be clear on this, when change should have happened, but it was denied. So we need to really be on code right now. We need to be protecting all of our important people like a motherfucker. No, people are mad enough. No, we're not going to be doing the assassinating. We're going to be the ones getting assassinated. They got to do something before, because you can only treat somebody wrong but so long. You can only do somebody dirty for but so long. There's something got to give. That's where we're at. You see, the politicians in Kentucky don't have to worry about not being reelected. They don't have to worry about being reelected. They're going to get reelected. It's Kentucky. You got your motherfucking rappers out here doing all of this hate on each other. We need to be mobilizing. We need to be moving as one. We need to be in step with each other. I'm going to apologize about not doing no call-ins today. Nobody hit me for a call-in anyway, so I didn't pass anybody up. But quite honestly, I'm upset. And I'm not just upset because I almost had to beat a dude up at Bryant Park, and now I probably shouldn't even go back to Bryant Park because it seems like every time I go in Bryant Park, I might have to beat some dude up. I'm upset because I think one of our, yes, people follow me to Bryant Park every day now. So I almost got into a fight with some dude over there today. I almost got arrested today, and I almost got arrested the last time I went to Bryant Park. I'm upset because I think that one of our, I think there's going to be an attempt to assassinate pretty soon. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens around, yeah, I'm probably not even going to go outside no more, to be honest with you. I'm probably only going to go outside when I got to. I want to live a happy life, man. I don't want to be harassed every 5 minutes. I don't know how nobody else feel about that shit. So I'm probably just going to stay inside. But, I don't know who this is just calling on the video chat. Let me check it. I don't just answer video chats, homie. Who is that? I don't even know who this is. Who this? Oh, got you. All right, come on. Come on. I didn't know who it was and shit. Nigga, you keep changing your name. Let me get this. I didn't know who that was. Nigga, you change your name every other day on this shit. Hold on. Let me get the speaker ready.
That's good, Jack.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now connected to Nokia 3.
What's up, my brother?
Why niggas fucking with you? When did you get this hate?
I don't
niggas when I was over there.
I don't know what those guys, what time that's about, but I want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, let's talk about it then.
This is important. That shit is just some random weirdo shit. I don't know.
I feel you.
I
feel you, Jack.
What do you think about this Breonna thing?
Well, other than what you already touched on, I predicted this was gonna happen. It was too many officers. Once they put out the state of emergency ahead of time, before the decision, I knew it wasn't gonna be in the favor of the people. Once they did that state of emergency shit, I already knew. It's not surprising to me. It's just so fucking, it's like happening right in people's face. It's like, stay woke.
That's a fact. What do you think? I think that they might try to assassinate one of our spokesmen soon.
And that's why I called you, because I really wanted to get your opinion. You don't want to say names.
No.
Okay. All right. So I was thinking about somebody, and I was definitely thinking about somebody as well. And it's unfortunate.
We
God
don't want
forbid
to.
it happens.
We don't want to mark nobody. So let's not say no names.
No, we're not wishing death on nobody, God forbid. But you know what I'm saying? When, it's the same thing we see all the time with the Dr. Sebi. When you start touching the pulse of the people and they feel like they don't know what else to do with you, it's that. So let's just hope that doesn't happen. But you were dead on with saying that's what we are coming up to. A sacrifice. We're going to sacrifice one of our people.
Because what usually happens in within the civil rights movements, usually we fight. Something happens. We should get the win. But instead of getting the win, we don't get the win. So then we get upset about it. So now they have to make an example. So that's what I'm saying.
Right.
There's a good chance that there might be at least minimum an attempt. You feel me? Minimum. I believe there's going to be an attempt on somebody's life soon, maybe in the next couple of weeks. Also, remember, there's an election soon. Just fucking imagine, if one of our loved spokespeople get murdered right before the election.
God forbid. Yeah.
You know what's going to happen? Everybody that doesn't vote is going to go vote. So I don't think we should even, I'm not even saying what side the bullshit is going to come from. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It could come from either side, because it could just be manipulation.
Yeah, but are we clear that both sides are playing for the same agenda? Are we clear about that?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Wait. Hold on. There's more than two sides here. Hold on.
Talk about it.
Hold on. So
talk about it.
I'm not talking about our activists when I talk about All Lives Matter movement. Those are some other niggas.
Okay.
I'm not talking about them.
We clear on that.
Okay.
All right, we clear.
Okay, I don't rock with All Lives Matter. I rock with our activists though, who I call by name and who I speak about. I rock with them.
Right. The front line.
Exactly.
Not the agenda.
Fuck them niggas. I don't know.
We know what we're talking about.
Exactly. Because those dudes is always doing some weirdo shit. Now, that agenda and the people who we're fighting against, I believe they would do some weirdo shit to the people we love in order to try to push their agendas. You understand what I'm saying?
I get you. Trying to hit us where it hurt.
Exactly.
Trying to hit us where it hurt. Because it's like killing a head in the body of four.
Exactly.
So if this is the person that's running the show and doing everything, God forbid, we're not bringing this into existence. God forbid, but we're foreseeing this. And you gotta stay woke in these times of situation and not get saturated with the other bullshit that's going on, man.
That's a fact. So I'm looking at it like this, just so we can be clear, just so we can be like 100% clear. I think sometimes people do fucked up shit in order to try to manipulate black people into doing stuff, and sometimes those are the same people that swear they on our side. Sometimes those are the same people that swear they trying to help us, but they not really trying to help us.
It's true. And then you got to think about it, Jack. The art of war is intelligence over emotions. Now, once we get these blacks running off of emotions all day, we got them because they're not thinking with their intelligence. Once we get them emotionally attached to what's going on, let's put vivid scenes up there. Let's paint this picture. So once we get them emotionally attached, they're not thinking war ready. Their intelligence is out the window.
Now you know why Malcolm X was killed, and now you know why Martin Luther King was killed, because those people were the individuals who we were emotionally tapped in with. So we were, we were vicariously using their intelligence, where we could have just emotionally react, but we're following their orders, we're following their lead. You understand what I'm saying? So
the power.
Exactly. So once Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was removed, now who lead are we gonna follow? Now they could just put anybody up there that we don't even know, but they own that nigga. You understand what I'm saying?
We fell by the wayside. Look what Vlad's doing. He's trying to deteriorate Farrakhan's word and make Farrakhan look like he's not who he says he is. Are you kidding me? Like, how is this happening? And he's just doing this off of followers and streams and views. And Farrakhan is like a real life prophet from God.
Yeah,
Like,
Farrakhan has done more for our people right now, whether you want to agree or disagree, right? Okay, so this is the point I'm trying to make. There's things that he say that I'm not going to say I'm 100% behind. But at the same time, I 100% understand why he's saying these things. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm the type of individual where I don't need to agree with you. I just need to understand how you got to that equation. That's it.
Right. And that's the thing with Farrakhan. He will give you that. He will put it all out there. He's not going to leave it for you to, like, it's all there. You understand? With somebody else, it'd be so far-fetched and you can't really grasp the reality of what someone is saying. But with Farrakhan, is down to earth. He's feeding you the fucking mashed potatoes instead of the hard steak. So it's really relatable and it's easy to eat and consume.
Exactly. Now, I got a bigger question for you. Do you think Vlad is in on some of this bullshit and that's the reason why he attacked Farrakhan right before the situation came down about Breonna Taylor to help keep us distracted?
Is that a trick question?
No, it's not. It's just obviously you think it's okay, but check this out. Another thing, and I'm not trying to bring up Tekashi, but I'm going to bring him up because I want to say something.
It's cool. We could talk about it. You Jack Frost.
Do you notice?
Go ahead.
Do you notice Tekashi went and disappeared while all of this bullshit is going on? He's not putting up no distractions while we're fighting a fight worth fighting. He's the most distracting nigga in the world, isn't he not? He just pull up somewhere and everybody lose their mind. That nigga's somewhere quiet right now while we're
Hold on, Jack. We don't know what that man is up to though.
No, he might be
right.
up to some. Hold on, I'm not saying he's not up to anything. All I'm saying is right now he's not on social media distracting people from what's going on. That's it.
I agree with that. Facts is facts.
That's
facts
it.
Is facts.
He might be planning some super distracting shit to happen tomorrow for all I know.
We don't know.
But as of right now,
he's been quiet. He's been quiet lately. He has been quiet lately. With that being said, the quick segue off of that is just keeping this whole thing woke about, because we don't want to get distracted. Or Tekashi is a distraction.
No. I said all that to say this. My fault. I said all that to say this. That just goes to show what Vlad is doing. Right before all of this shit start dropping, what is Vlad doing? Vlad went and said something that we cannot ignore.
And he's using his following, he's using his voice to shift the dynamic and shift the reality of what's really going on. Now, if you're not woke and you just know Vlad and Farrakhan is not even nobody you did research on, you would be fucking shifted. Think, oh, all right, Farrakhan is this.
Farrakhan is quite possibly, when he speaks, he sounds like he might be the smartest man on the planet. When he speaks, the way he uses his words is sorcery. I don't even know no other way to put it.
Did you watch the Farrakhan in the garden this summer? While people was on 4th of July, when people were shooting fireworks and all that, Farrakhan spoke. Farrakhan had damn near a 3-hour speech in a garden. T.I. was there. Yeah. It was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? When that man speaks, you see I said T.I. was there. The man speaks. It's a 3-hour. You could probably Google it, pull it up on YouTube. But Farrakhan had to speak, and he was telling people not to take this vaccine. He said a lot of stuff in there that people need to go and check on. You know what I'm saying? And then he said he's not talking no more. He's done talking. He's done lost a brother to COVID. He's done with this shit, but he spoke, and Farrakhan don't gotta speak. So for him to say what he says, it is what it is. Go ahead, Jack. My fault.
No, you ain't do nothing wrong. Once again, I do not agree with everything that comes out Farrakhan's mouth. But I do think every single time he said something, he gives a good reason why he thinks that way. And that's all I need you to do. You can think whatever the fuck you want to think. But if you're telling me you just think away and you have no reason why you think away, you just think that way and you're going to argue me down, No, nigga.
That's
I'm
a
not
theory.
doing this.
That's a theory.
Yeah.
That's a theory.
Yeah.
Right. That's a theory with no evidence. We don't got no scientific facts to back that up. That is just like a theory. That's smoke in the air.
Exactly.
That's all that is.
Exactly. So
that's all that is.
So that's the type of time I'm on. So I don't agree with everything Farrakhan says, but he says more things that I do agree with than that I don't. And I'm fine with that. Because we should, first of all, just so we it's clear, there's no one you should agree with 100%. You understand what I'm saying? Be your own damn individual. That's one. Two, yeah, Nick Cannon's a good guy. He's a good guy. I know people that know
I'm
Nick
seeing
Cannon.
Nick Cannon in the comments. But look, they had to pull Nick Cannon back down to who he really was. He let that Hollywood quote unquote get the best of him. Now the turban Nick Cannon is a whole different Nick Cannon from the wilding out Nick Cannon.
First thing I want to say is I know people that know Nick Cannon personally.
Okay, keep going.
Personally, he's a good guy. He's an extremely smart
at
guy.
heart.
Yeah,
at heart.
He's really a good guy. He's an extremely smart guy. He helps a ton of people. He feeds a ton of people. He's a good guy for real.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy at heart.
Yes, it's not. Nothing about Nick Cannon is fake. I just want people to know that.
I hear you, but not to cut you off, but I can honestly say with Cannon, he used his platform to have leverage in the game. I could really feel like he did that for leverage. I don't feel like he was a puppet. You know what I'm saying?
No. I think
bow out. It was his time.
As far as when the situation happened when he said the thing, I think he was just talking to a person that he admires in Professor Griff. Pardon me. I think he's just speaking to somebody that he really, really admires, and this was just usually a conversation that they have behind closed doors.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I think that's usually a conversation that they might have had behind closed doors. And there's just certain things that, even though it's true, it's just not shit that you talk about in public unless you have you can't. There's just certain things that you got to know how to say it. More than anything else, I think that he should have let Professor Griff say the thing the way he wanted to say it, and even if he was going to agree with him, he had to use his own words. He used Professor Griff's words.
Going about it.
And yes, exactly. He used Professor Griff's words. And that's actually what the problem was that got him caught up. If he would have used his own words and he would have been true in that moment to who Nick Cannon was, he would have said that differently and it would have just came over better. Like, okay, I'm black. I don't believe all white people are the devil. But, pardon me, but I do believe some white people are the devil. Hell, I believe some black people are the devil. Get it?
Right.
So, if somebody came on my platform and they was talking about a specific white guy and they said that guy's the devil, it's up to me to also point out, hold on, we're not saying all white people are devil. You're just saying that person. You understand what I'm saying?
Of course. Yeah. Specific.
Exactly. So
that's too vague. It's too vague.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's the line that I believe Nick Cannon would have been better served if he would have went down. Saying, wait, hold on, we're not going to talk about a whole race of people. We're not going to talk about a whole... That's also crazy. I think he
rebutted that, though. I think he rebutted that on his podcast platform. He spoke about that.
When he was speaking, I'm not saying he didn't rebut it. But what I'm saying is, when he was speaking to Professor Griff at that moment, he was
at the time,
100. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, on that energy, He owned what he said. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? You got to own that shit.
Exactly. So that's the point.
But shout out to Nick Cannon, man.
That's a fact. Shout out to Nick. So, but that's the point. As you can also see, that's why I kept telling people when people was like, he shouldn't apologize. He shouldn't apologize. I'm like, what the hell? You want them to kill this guy? Like, do y'all understand what kind of situation he's in? He's extremely influential. He's extremely influential. You can't just have. What happened?
My fault. I was gonna read this comment because this dude Tyson Garcia. All right, Tyson Garcia said they made Nick Cannon go on a world tour apology campaign. We didn't force Vlad to do shit. These rappers asked him to apologize. Shaking my head.
You know what? You want to know the difference? I'm gonna tell you the difference. The people that told Nick Cannon to go apologize pay him. The people that told Nick Cannon to go apologize can't have him killed. The people that want Vlad to apologize, all they could do is just yell at him from across the street. Nigga,
Yeah,
like,
it's
the
falling
fuck,
on
nigga?
deaf ears. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's not no action. It's
Exactly.
falling on deaf ears. See, Vlad got his platform. You got to understand when some of these people have been planted here and on moles, and they're being funded by people that we couldn't even imagine.
People
You
that we don't
understand
know
what I'm saying?
exist.
Right. Their views, their comments, all of this shit is saturated. They're put on this platform to be who they are for that voice in this lane.
It's a
You
fact.
know what I'm saying? It's moles all over the podcast, the news. All of this shit is orchestrated, so you have to stay woke.
That's a
You
fact.
have to be aware of this shit. Not knowing this, you already lost the battle.
That's a fact.
So let's stay woke that this shit is being orchestrated, man.
All right, yo, what you want to go out with? Because you know the show ends at 7 because I got to get the Tonight Show ready. What you want to go out with?
Yeah, you got to get back to work. Hey, yo, listen, I appreciate the BBN for allowing me to tap in.
Call out your
thanks
channel.
for the good vibes.
Call out your channel.
Tap into Free Nuke, the Reverend podcast. The Reverend podcast. You know what I'm talking about? It's for consciously aware topic like this. You know what I mean? Please tap in. But other than that, shout out to BBN for just we talking our shit, man. Shout out to Jack Frost.
I appreciate
everybody in the chat. You know what I'm talking about? Free Nuke. Y'all know the vibes.
Yeah, man. Free Nuke for real. Free Nuke. Copy?
Yeah, Free Nuke in real life, though. Free Nuke in real life. Y'all know how I go.
That's a fact. Oh, I want to say...
Yo, James, that's love.
I want to say one thing before you bounce.
Hold on, Jack. Do we gotta address these dudes? Like, if you can't walk out the hotel comfortably, that's something I'm not comfortable with.
Yo,
you understand what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say it like this. I think for the most part, some of these niggas might trying to get signed to record deals. I don't sign niggas to record deals, homie. So if I'm outside walking on the block and then you come at me with any kind of weirdo energy, believe me, that's the type of energy you gonna get back, nigga. You feel me? Like, for real. So the problem is that a motherfucker don't know how to walk up to you and say, hey, what's up? Jack Frost, I've seen your podcast, I got a thing going on, you know, you got any advice? Like, that's literally all a motherfucker have to say to me, and I will stop and have a conversation with you. You feel me? Don't be waiting for me somewhere. Motherfucker told me that dude was waiting there all day. Some shit happened today. Yeah, some nigga was waiting in the park all day today. So we not doing that. You understand what I'm saying? So this shit is crazy. So I don't even want to go back to the park because I don't want to get locked up and go to jail.
Nah,
and I don't want people thinking I'm a troublemaker because every time I come around, I got some weirdo ass niggas trying to argue with me. You feel me?
Wow.
Like, yeah, I don't got time for that.
That's ridiculous.
Nigga almost got into a whole fight with me, and then after that talking about word. Cause okay, so shout out to the homeboy. So we saw somebody.
You need to go out there, film it.
I filmed it. No, I filmed it. I filmed the shit. What, my nigga?
Oh my god.
This is I don't cap.
This is ridiculous, bro. Nobody was out there when I was out there. Nobody was out there. No tough Tonys. It was regular. It's a lot of weirdos in that area, though, Jack. You just around a lot of weirdos out there.
Nah, that's a fact. Don't let nobody lie.
It's a bunch of stragglers. Nah, right? Yeah, I seen it. Like, yeah.
Hold on.
This is weird.
Shout out to them niggas. Y'all don't understand. Like, I'm really, I'm not. I don't like being like. I'm just a regular guy, yo. I just enjoy my life. I don't want to be super rich. I don't want none of that shit. I just want to just live. I was outside. There's a thing that I'm going to do because we're going to put these motherfuckers on blast. So there's a thing that I'm going to do. So I was outside filming the fucking building.
I can't see it.
Anyway, it's on the screen. It's flashing on.
I see it on my computer.
In this conversation right here, homeboy pulls up about 5-10 minutes later. And he start just, stalker vibes, like for real, like, I mean, I'm gonna keep it a stack. There's a good chance, like, I don't want to go to jail for beating up some guy in the middle of the street over. Let me try to get the shit. I don't want to get in trouble with the law at all. I'm living in a hotel right now, homie. Yeah. What happened if I go to jail?
Lose everything.
Yeah, come on, man. Like, why niggas is trying to do me like that? Like, you understand what I'm saying? So
you gotta think for niggas.
Yeah, so from now on, and this where I'm at right now, I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not saying nothing to nobody. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm I'm just walking.
I told
If a
you,
nigga got
didn't I
anything to
tell
say,
you
I'm not
about that?
saying nothing to nobody. I'm
Yo,
not.
didn't I tell you when we was walking to the telly? I was like, yo, bro, it's good to be away, bro. Like, you can't be, these niggas be outside your door.
Shit is crazy.
The fuck?
That's a fact.
All right, Pop. Oh,
Yeah, I'll let you
that's
later, my
fucking
brother. I
good.
appreciate you.
No doubt, Jack. Later, bro.
Later. Nah, I mean, I'm not scared, my nigga. My hands is good. I don't want to have the problem. I don't know no other way to tell you. I don't want to have the problem. You on the web daily, it sucks, but it comes with the territory. Shout out to Al B with the $10 drop. That's a whole fact, my brother. I'm not carrying nothing because I'm good. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to have the problem. I don't want to have problems with people. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. Pull up for tonight's show tonight. We're gonna be talking about this a little bit more, and we're gonna obviously be talking about other stuff also. I'm really upset. I'm really fucking upset, man. You don't understand how upset I am. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. Pull up for tonight's show tonight at 9 o'clock. Hope everybody have a good day. Stay safe out there, y'all. Be smart. Could we have unity with one another? What up, James S? Could we have unity with one another? Yeah, Al B's in the saloon all by himself. He's just sitting there. Could we have unity with one another? Could we do that? What up, Black Cuddy? Salute to the Black Spades. Could we have unity on some super real shit? You feel me? Like right now, we going through something in America right now. It's about to really be lit. Like, you don't understand? They coming for one of us, man. We need to keep our people safe. They coming for somebody. I wouldn't be surprised if they get 2 or 3 of us. They're coming for somebody. We got to support our people right now more than any other time. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. # Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.